We're going to go through the steps of how to install the marker and what the cemetery, most cemeteries you cannot do this. And so you'll actually have to pay the cemetery to actually have the installation done. But we are going to kind of show you how easy and simple this is to do. As you can see, this marker has actually been installed on a piece of granite foundation that's 4 inches thick. You can see the bolts coming through the back. The marker has the granite has holes through it, and then there are lugs on the back of the marker. So it goes directly through the marker, or through the granite, and screws onto the back in this way. That is exactly how it is actually installed onto the granite foundation. This, as you can see, only has 2 lugs off the back. It is a baby marker. Most markers, if they are a companion marker or a individual, have 4 bolts that go through it, 1 in each corner. And most of the lug measurements in the industry are the same. So if you're buying a piece of granite, it's actually pre-drilled. So you buy the bronze from us, you buy the granite from the cemetery, it's pre-drilled, they just plop it on and screw it on like this way. That is how simple it is for the cemetery to do it. Standard sizes for granite for an individual marker for a 24 by 12 would be a 28 by 16 piece of granite. For a 24 by 14 bronze marker would be a 28 by 18 piece of granite. Like I said, the actual holes in the granite are pre-drilled from the quarry, and so they just match up perfectly with the back of our marker, so they can be put on and screwed on in this order, so it makes it easy for the cemetery to install. Cost of this granite, if you go to a local monument dealer, we actually, because we manufacture the bronze, we took the bronze over to a local monument dealer, had them mount it to the granite. The granite only costs $95 for this size of granite. This is, I believe this is like a 20 by 10 piece of granite. Granite that's a 28 by 16 piece of granite or 28 by 18 piece of granite would run you about $225 to $250 for the granite. And then most of the time you need to pay the cemetery to install it, because most cemeteries are private cemeteries and they only allow their people on the grounds to install the marker. As you can see, this one is a standard Georgia gray. Georgia gray is a lot more, it's cheaper to buy. The rose color is going to be a lot more money, and if you go to a mahogany or a black, you're talking pretty high amount for the granite. But on this one, we actually mounted it. We made the granite bigger. On most of the markers and most of the cemeteries, there's only a 2-inch border around the marker. So before long, the grass grows up around and you really can't even see the granite. So sometimes cemeteries will actually mount it on cement. Cement's fine, it's cheaper to do, and it's under the ground anyway and you can't see it, so why pay the extra money for the granite unless you're going to go bigger? You might as well just do it on cement. As you can see with this one that we're getting ready to install, the cemetery up here at East Lawn in Provo actually put a temporary marker on there for this baby that had passed away. And usually they'll leave those markers until the marker comes. Some cemeteries don't, though. In the past, I've talked to customers that say that some cemeteries will remove the marker within 1 month, and it really upsets the customers because they can't find their grave because the cemetery has removed the temporary marker. We're going to show you how easy it is for the cemetery, how they install it. What they do is they'll come out here, they'll remove the temporary marker from the grave. They'll actually cut out the grass, they cut the dirt down so the marker itself, the actual granite, is level with the ground. So when they're mowing the lawn, they don't hit the marker and damage the marker. So it's actually, we just cut out the grass, cut out some of the dirt, put it in, and that is it. That's how simple it is to install a marker at the cemetery. As you can see, it took Russ about 5 minutes or less to actually get this area ready for the grave marker to go in. He cut out the grass, he took the dirt down to another level. Some cemeteries will charge as much as $500 just to do this part of the installing of the grave marker. A lot of money. A reasonable price for installing something like this, I would say usually they charge per square inch. That to me is a reasonable price. Usually it would be about 42 cents per square inch, so the size of the marker. So it could be anywhere from, for this size, I would say about $95 to $145. That's a reasonable price. Some cemeteries will charge as much as $500, and there's nothing you can do about it because it's a private cemetery and they can charge you whatever they feel that they want to charge you. Sometimes you would be able to save money by shopping around for the granite at a local monument company. And sometimes, not all the time, some monument companies have insurance, and they are able to go into some of these cemeteries and install, and you can save money that way also. But you need to check with your cemetery to see if they allow any outside vendors to install in their cemetery. So that is what it takes to install a grave marker. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me at CR Bronzeworks, and have a great day.